Last shots of the day before the review too with the PX-9 Gen 3 from Tisas and SDS with the duty comp. So only one malfunction in over 500 rounds with this thing so far. It has been a pretty dang good shooter. Raising that thing up in his neck every time. 133. That'll work. I do love this magwell. That was good. 132 with a 317 total. Like that. Failure to lock back again. Oh, horrible. What's going on, everybody? Today we are talking about the Tisas and SDS Arms PX-9 Gen 3 Duty Comp. This awesome looking blaster right here. But before I dive into this, guys, I want to tell you what my relationship with them is. They did send out this PX-9 for me to keep and to do reviews and content with. So I was able to get this thing before the initial release, and here we are sitting at about 2 weeks post-release with about 700 rounds downrange. So I really appreciate working with them, and I really appreciate having the opportunity to get a review like this out right when it is released, as well as a follow-up review very shortly after. So guys, go check them out on all social media platforms, SDS Arms and Tisas, as well as their websites if you guys are looking. They have all the dealers and everything you need right at your fingertips. But diving into this one, guys, we have a pretty sweet looking blaster here. And number one, I don't know too many pistols out on the market that come fully loaded out for less than $500. And yeah, you heard me right. This thing is sitting at about a $525 MSRP, but once they start reaching your local FFLs or dealers online, these things are going to be $499 or less. And when I say reaching them, they should be reaching them anytime, because we are sitting here at about 2 weeks after the release of this, and this is about 700 rounds in. So I know if they are not there already, they should be showing up maybe even this week. But diving into all the features of this PX-9, guys, starting off on the top here, you do have these nice front and rear serrations. You have a white dot front sight with the blacked out rear sight, which is exactly how I would do it, other than maybe making it a fiber optic front sight, but that is super easy to pick up. And it comes with an RMR footprint to mount a wide variety of optics right out of the box. I had this one setting on the table, so this one got the Trijicon RMR, and somebody had made the comment that the RMR is basically the same price, if not more, than the gun. So yeah, I did that. I'm sorry. I had a Gideon optic break on me, which would have been on this. It actually didn't break. It still works. The glass shattered on it, so it was a little annoying to look through. So I ended up going with the the high dollar optic on this review, but it worked well. The RMR is always a great optic if you guys are looking for one. As we continue into this slide, comp means compensated. So you do have a ported barrel with a nice comp cut into the slide itself, and that is going to greatly help keep this gun flat and just run like an absolute sewing machine out there on the range. As we move back, you do have a match grade barrel. That is a really nice little addition to this because now you are pretty much set up exactly how you would want to be for competition shooting. So low recoil, flat shooting, match grade barrel, optic cut, front and rear sight set up for basically competition mode. I don't know what else you need in the upper itself or the slide itself. And on the very back here, you do have the firing pin indicator, so when you actually rack the slide and it is ready to go bang, you will see this little red dot here on the back of the slide. You do also have a loaded chamber indicator here on the top of the slide. This will pop itself up once a round is actually in the chamber. If you rack the slide with an empty mag, you will not get that to pop up. So this is a for sure way to see that you actually have one in the chamber itself. As we move down, you have the ability to change this grip out to 25 plus different type of setups, guys. This comes with multiple sizes of the sides and the back strap, so you can have the perfect combination to your hand setup. Maybe you want a fat left and a skinny right with a medium sized back. You can do that. All you have to do is mess with the different configurations, and it's super easy to install as well. The mag release on this thing is ambidextrous, so you can swap this out. And one thing I noticed in the box, you have 3 different sizes of mag release. So you can go from the medium, which I believe was what this is, the real thick, or the super skinny, just depending on what your preference is. So again, 3 different mag releases, 25 different grip combos, pretty much a competition-ready slide. And then they're going to go ahead and throw in an excellent flat face trigger. If I had to take a guess, I'm probably going to say that this thing is sitting at about 4.5 to 5 pounds stock. So let's see if that's true. So I said I'm guessing in between about 4.5 to 5 pounds on the trigger press. We're going to use our handy dandy Wheeler trigger pull scale here. So make sure you got that thing reset. Four and a half pounds. I'm getting good at the guessing. Let's see if we can do it again. About 4 3/4 pounds that time. And last one more time. Just over 4.5 pounds. So 4.5, 4 3/4, 4.5. I would say that is definitely right at about a 4-pound trigger. And the reset, guys, it's got a lot of travel, but overall the brake and the trigger pull itself, that feels pretty good. So travel to the wall, boom, brake, and reset, brake. Not bad. And of course, you're going to have the bottom Picatinny rail here. That gives you the ability to mount any weapon mounted light of your choice. And we had the Surefire 300 mounted so that we could run it in our T-Rex Arms holster. So with that in mind, I believe you should be able to run any type of weapon light or laser on this pick rail without any issues. And how could I forget, guys, your takedown lever is also a gas pedal here. That is one of the things that definitely caught my eye. I'm like, that's so cool, because that's like a $50 upgrade. Like in the SIG that I bought, I think it was $39.95 off eBay for a gas pedal type of takedown lever. This is already included. Now, with it being all metal, it also gets really hot really quick. I do not see a whole lot of people just dumping 10 to 15 mags downrange as quickly as we do, But after about that 6th to 7th mag, I was noticing that I could not place my thumb on that gas pedal. So that metal does transfer that heat quite well, and after several mags, you're going to probably want to just lightly keep that thing on there, or dump a bottle of water on it, give it some time to cool off, something to that extent, because that thing can be kind of bothersome after some very high round count shooting. And a magwell. So again, everything you could possibly need in a carry or even a competition style blaster right there out of the box. The one thing I could complain about, this comes with one 20 round magazine as well as one flush fit 18 round mag. You will have to get a couple of magazines to go shoot competition, because I think most competitions you have to have a minimum of 3 mags. So that's just something to keep in mind, unless you guys have 226 mags laying around at home. These do run off of the SIG 226 mag. So there's a good chance you already have extra mags laying around, or if you have bought a PX-9 in the past, you also have mags laying around. So it may not be too big of a deal, especially with the cost of this. You can't really complain that they didn't give you 3 mags. It's going to be very easy with the money that you save for this blaster to go out and buy you a couple extra. But yeah, guys, awesome blaster. Between the 650 to 700 rounds we put down range, we shot mostly Fiocchi 124 and Fiocchi 115 grain ammo, and we were able to shoot one mag of 147 grain Federal without any issues through it. The 2 malfunctions I had, one I can contribute to the ammo. Out of all the ammo we had 1 come in with a stainless steel case. I know that shouldn't really matter, but that one in particular just would not seat in the barrel. It was just enlarged or inflamed just enough to where it would not seat and let the firearm go back into battery properly. Now, the one malfunction we had before that was a failure to feed. It was the same ammo the round before, the round after, and in the middle. Okay. So I do not believe that was an ammo issue, and I believe that was just the one time, the one failure that we actually had through this review. When we talk about other complaints, I did have a lot of mags not lock back on empty, but it is very easy with the grip that you have with this gun to ride that slide release. So I'm not going to blame the gun on this, because when I sit here, this is actually one of the mags we were using. When I sit here and run it on empty, it will lock back on every single mag that I have. So I don't think it is a mag issue. I think it's just the way I naturally grip the gun. It puts my thumbs right, literally I can feel the slide release right there under my thumb. So I'm just going to run it like that. So if I have my grip exactly the way it should be, I'm going to get that click every single time and then have to do tactical reload, So pretty dang awesome blaster, guys. I do not have very many complaints at all for this thing. Like I said, gas pedal transfers heat. The slide release is very easy to ride with a proper grip. And other than that, I really can't find anything else to complain about. For $500, 700 rounds, and really 1 malfunction, that is more than good enough for me, guys. I am very pleased with this. I think you will be too if you guys check one out or get the chance to own one. And Tisas and SDS Arms have been doing great things for a while now. They are all over the place. They're 1911s, they're PX-9s, their Face, their Stingrays, their Night Stalkers, their the 9 DSs. They just have so many different things out there under the SDS Arms umbrella now, and it is truly cool to see them constantly coming out with things, and not just coming out with stuff to put out, but also stuff that's going to do well and perform well. So yeah, this was a fun one, guys. Big shout out again to Tisas and SDS Arms. We had a great time with this one, and I believe you guys have done a very nice job on this. What do you guys think? Do you guys have one? Do you maybe not have one, but do you have one on the way? Do you plan on getting one? Let us know what your feedback is down in the comments, guys. We really want to hear what issues start arising, if any, with these as people start getting some higher round counts downrange. And of course, we'll keep you guys updated as we continue to do so as well. The next update will probably be after 1,000 rounds or so, but for 700 rounds, this thing's got my vote. But again, I appreciate every single one of y'all. Hit that subscribe button, share it with your friends, guys, and as always, stay alert, stay alive, And wait, did you know we're doing training here in East Tennessee? Rifle fundamentals, pistol fundamentals, and night vision introduction, guys. Come out, build your circle, build your skill, get out on the range. We look forward to having you, and until then, we'll see you in the next video.
These were actually with the original PX-9, and then I used a lot of these in the SIG 226 ZEB, so they've been around for a while, but I'd say a good half of my mags are not locking to slide back, which is weird because it just locked back, so maybe it's me. Definitely limp wristing it all.